Hello, welcome. Let's try to solve another Leetcode problem. 2531, make number of distinct characters equal. So we are given two zero index strings, word 1 and word 2. So in one move, we can move any word inside, any letter inside word 1, and we can move it to word 2. But at the same time, we need to move one letter from word 2 to word 1. Yeah, it means it's just a simple swap. So the idea is that we're gonna swap this one with this one, or we can swap this C with letter B. But either way, it is not possible, because no matter which swap, definitely there are going to be two unique letters in word 1 and one unique letters in word 2. They are not equal, so we're going to return a false. And let's just continue to check the second example. In the second example, we have three unique characters in word 1 and we have two unique characters in word 2. So in order to make them equal, so let's just check the example. We're going to use the index 2 of the first string with index 0 of the second string. So let's just check this example. So C will be here and A will be here. Yeah. So after that, it's going to be A, B, A, C, and the second one going to be C, B. So the unique characters for word 1 and word 2, they are equal. So we're going to return true. Yeah. Now let's just check the third example. So we have 5 unique characters for word 1 and we have 5 unique characters in word 2. So no matter which kind of a swap, definitely it's going to be equal, because after that there's going to still be 5 unique characters in word 1 and 5 unique characters in word 2. So before solving this problem, let's just check the count because this is really helpful for us to solve the problem. Because word 1 and word 2 consists of only lowercase English letters. So if we find this kind of information, maybe we're going to use a counter or we're going to use a dictionary, because in dictionary or counter they're going to be at maximum 26 lowercase characters. And also for word 1 and word 2, the length is 10 to the power 5. So definitely this means we cannot solve it by using the brute force. So the idea is that we just put all the letters inside word 1 and inside word 2, and we're going to put them inside a counter. So now we're going to have a counter 1 and a counter 2, and we're going to compare the letters in counter 1 and counter 2 together. And we're going to simulate what is like a swap. So if there's a swap, it means for this letter in counter 1, it's going to be reduced by 1. And this letter in counter 2 is going to be increased by 1, for example, this letter A. And similarly, if we're going to swap with this letter B, so it means for this letter B in counter 2, it's going to be reduced by 1. But in counter A, it's going to be increased by 1. So finally, we just need to check the length of the counter if the counter for a character is not equal to 0. Yeah, if the counter of counter 1 equals to counter 2, if all the numbers are going to be more than 0, so definitely it's going to be true, otherwise it's going to be false. So this is the basic idea. Now let's just go to the coding. I think if you see the code, it's going to be much easier than you expected. Yeah, so let's just get started. So I'm going to prepare counter 1 and counter 2. So I'm going to count the word 1 and word 2. Yeah, because I don't want to use the dictionary, because I have to write a few lines of code. And by using the counter, I just need to write one line of code, and that is enough to store all the information I need. Now I need to prepare all the cases. So I'm going to prepare a case 1 and case 2. So it's going to be C1 dot case and C2 dot case. Yeah, because I wanted to use the brute force, because here the brute force is only like 26 times 26. I just needed to check all the possible cases, and I just want to enumerate all the possible cases of the swap, and after that I just want to check if they are equal or not. Yeah. I think the final time complexity is going to be 26 cubic, and this is like 10 to the power of 4, so this is why we can solve the problem. Now let's just use this idea. We're going to enumerate all the possible cases. So for K1, in case 1, and for k2 in case 2. Yeah, because of the property of the counter, it is the reference, so we have to turn this kind of k into a list. Now we didn't use the same memory. It means we can directly solve the problem. Otherwise, we're gonna have issues. So this means we just have a copy of the case, and we have another copy of the case 2. Yeah. So we just prepare a copy, and now in this way we can change the counter directly. Otherwise, we're gonna make mistakes. Yeah. Now let's just start the change. So first of all, we want to swap a character like k1 with k2. Yeah. So how can we swap that? So it means c1, k1 gonna be reduced by 1, but for c2 with this k1 gonna be increased by 1. And similarly, we're gonna swap the k2. So this means c1 with k2 gonna plus equal to 1, and c2 with k2 gonna minus equal to 1. So this is just one of the swap. Yeah, but after the swap, actually we need to recover it, because we need to go to the next step, and we need to enumerate the k1 and k2 and check all the different cases. Yeah, so this is just a recover, and for recover we just need to change the plus to minus and change the minus to plus, and everything should be okay. So this is for recover. But before that, in between, we need to check if it is possible. Yeah, so how can we check that? We're gonna use an array, and we're gonna check the length of the array if they are equal or not. And inside, we're gonna check the k. We're gonna check how many k's. If the number of k's are equal, so definitely it's possible. Okay, so for k in so for k in I want to check all the case. So for k in c1 dot case, if c1 with this k is more than 0. Yeah, and let me just copy the same code. I just want to check inside the dictionary, and I will take out the case if the number of cases inside k1 gonna be equal to the number of cases inside c2. If the number of cases inside c1 equal to the number of cases inside c2, definitely it is possible. So I'm gonna return a true. Otherwise, I'm gonna return a false. So this is the basic idea. Now I just want to change it from here. So this is inside c2 dot case if c2 with this k more than 0. Yeah. So if the length of the k is equal, and I have to check it must be more than 0. Otherwise, if it is 0, I don't need to count it. So this is the basic idea. We just need to count how many unique characters inside counter 1 and how many unique characters inside counter 2. Yeah, so if everything's okay, let me just run it. It seems something wrong. This is difficult to debug. Normally for the first time I passed, as we can see from here, just a few minutes ago. Now I have to check why it is wrong. I think it's really difficult to debug. Let me just check that. Okay, for k in c1 dot case, if c1 k more than 0, yeah, I think I did a wrong return, so the return should be go out of the for loop. This is why I did something wrong. Let me just run it. Now as you can see it works. Let me just submit it to check if it can pass. As you can see it passed, and I think the speed is okay. And I think this is the basic idea of solve the problem. So the time complexity is going to be 26 cubic. And from here, basically, if you are using some data structure like the default date, basically from here you can reduce the here to 01. So the time complexity is going to be 26 square, and that's going to be another way, a better way to solve the problem, and you can try it by yourself. Thank you for watching. See you next time.